thought I'd stop by, say hi. Um, Maybe we can turn this into orientation is locked. How do we change that? Flip, mute, hide, retouch, green screen, keyhead, close. Is there a way I can undo that lock? I don't know. Anyways, hey, this is another Web Seat Live. We're just doing things a little bit differently today. One of the things is my computer is starting to get really old, and it really doesn't like the OBS program. And it seems like it's pretty overloaded. So, if you have any tips or tricks on how to get your older PC to speed up a little bit, let me know. I already tried clearing over 100 gigs worth of memory off of the PC, but I have 800 free gigs of memory. So, um, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. How do I get that other 800 gigs of memory to be good data, to be good for me? I'm not sure. Anyways, the last piece I got to work on today is this. I got some spots painted on it that I got to tape off with my trusty dusty tape and my knife. And then once we get these spots taped off, we're gonna pop over into the air booth. So I might mute my microphone, but we are gonna watch me do a whole bunch of other work. Um, yeah. So that's what's going on today. Um, Woke up in all sorts of pains. That was fun. Oh, thanks. What's up, Marco? Clue sniffing friends. How's it going? We are having a great time. So here is the two spots we have to tape off on this side, and then there's two spots on that side that we have to tape off. So we're doing some taping today, actually. Always have a sharp tool and a safe tool. Make sure your grip's safe to have. Look at this. I got a nice safety grip for my tool. I really like it. It's a good tool. So you don't need giant chunks of paint or tape or anything. So what I like to do, one thing is I got a nice swivel workstation here, so we can get you down on it. Get down on it. So what I like to do is I like to have these bits of tape here, and I like to look at like how big this is, because I don't want to waste a bunch of tape. So then we'll just pick up this piece of tape right here, and then we're gonna put it right over that piece. And then we got this stick. Check this stick out. I made this stick so that it would poke against the tape real nice, and it would get up against that edge and get the tape to stick on small pieces. And then once we do that, we're good. All right. And we gotta take the knife and carefully trim around all the parts. So go ahead and take your stick and rub it everywhere. Just be pretty vigorous with getting that tape to stick on the part you want it to stick on. All right. So now we go back to like actually seeing me. So then once we're done with that, what we're gonna do is I usually hold the part by the clip, and then I use a tattooer's technique where I steady my pinky with my other hand, and I go in and I make little cuts with a really sharp knife. And those little cuts, you just go around the part that I want to paint. Nothing serious. And once you're done, it should look somewhat okay. If you need to add another piece of tape, go ahead. Just try and save on tape. Tape is kind of spendy when it comes to building. Like as you can see, I put my tape back down when I'm done using it. Get it down to where like it's just little bits. All right, so when you're done, your part that you want covered is going to look like that, but you're really not done. What you need to do is you pick your stick back up, and you need to rub all the areas, and you'll be doing good. Tamiya tape. I am using Tamiya. I have tried Frog, but Frog seems a bit too tacky. It's almost like you got to stick it to the board twice. With Tamiya, you only have to stick it to the board one time for it to have that right amount of tackiness. I'm also using a lacquer paint, which has a stronger hold to the part. So those are all things to consider. Oh, how's it going, Angry? We're in the Discord chat together. You're awesome, dude. Yeah. So, I suppose you probably want to see what some of my final works look like, don't you? So here is a high-grade Leo that I custom built. Let's get them all straightened out here. I had them in a funny pose. There you go. Here is my high-grade Leo. So this is some of the work I get done. I'm part Native American, almost half Native American actually. This is a, I can't remember the name of the Gundam. I think it's Gundam Stargazer, but I painted it to look like a Native American hoop dancer. So I'll get a close-up on it, but I painted gold and turquoise where all the energy particles would come out of on this Gundam. So yeah, that's what I did with this Gundam. I painted his backpack to look like leather. His hoops I painted just to match him. So this is like a custom matte color that I've done. He's pretty cool. And then, as you can see behind me on that shelf right there, all of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those 7 shelves are all gunpla built, and then I have a whole shelf up here too. So I got too much. So, but I just like to show off just a couple that I really like. I can show you some of my other skills. Hold on. Oh. It's a little dusty. Hold on. Nobody wants to see a dusty hoopty. Anyways, check this out. Here is some of the work I do on models besides Gunpla. So this is a 1971 Mach 1. Like I said, it's a little dusty. I got a dust cloth somewhere. Let me move my headphones real quick. Here we go. Here's a dusty chamois. It's like a little cotton chamois cloth for dusting plastic. Alright, there you go. Now it's not so dusty. Still dusty, but not so dusty. And then here, I'll tip it over. And lots of people like to see the underside of a model. I'm not sure. I'll give you some close-ups of some of the stuff I did in there. And then, if we tip it upside down and wiggle it, or I didn't glue it, did I? No, it's just in place. Hold on. There we go. Now I can actually show you the whole engine bay. So that's the whole engine bay. I had to, just so you know, when these model cars, when you get them, the whole entire model car is white. Every single piece is white. So if you want to understand like how much work and detail goes into these, this was a lot of work. A lot of work. So for all of this to get done, this was fun. It was a really good build. I enjoyed it. I really did. And I will definitely be building more model cars in the future. If you like the drying sheets for laundry or help us. Ooh, you are right. That is why after you turtle wax them, you're supposed to buff them with those, right? Like, some people do that. I have these brushes. They're over on my coffee table right now, but they're like they're just like these, but they're really big. They're like this wide. I got one, yeah, one that's about like this wide, and then one that's half as wide. Those brushes, I actually took, what I do is I turn on a vacuum and I hold my gunpla like just right above the vacuum nozzle, and as I brush it, the vacuum sucks all the dust off of them. So actually, I just spent a couple days. The top two shelves, or the top two shelves by the TV, I got those ones dusted, and then that very top shelf with all those top shelf Gundams and stuff, I got that all taken apart and dusted as well. Today, my goal is to take apart the Wing Gundam shelf and my real grade shelf, get those dusted, put them back up. There's not going to be much change to their poses or anything. When I put them back up, I might swap sides with some of the other Gundams in the like series, but Wing Gundam is going to be still the center pose and stuff like that. But yeah, drying sheets is a great idea. I will try that, or I will do that after I do my next dusting. I will take a dryer sheet and see how that goes for me. Yeah, so now I have to tape these off. I gotta get these taped off. These are the dragon heads from the SD Gundam I'm painting right now. I have to tape those, and I have this, the V-fin. I gotta work on the V-fin. So, some of the parts are gonna be painted red, and then I'm gonna put tape on. I'm gonna paint a few pieces purple, and then I'm gonna tape those, and then after that, I'm gonna paint it. I have a gold that I want it to actually be, and then once everything's the gold I want it to be, I'll reassemble it. And then the green, I'm changing the green as well, but it won't be too drastic. Actually, I was thinking about using Zaku green. I'm still debating it with everything else that's going on with the colors and stuff. So we shall see. Yeah. So I got lots of spots on here that need to be taped. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots. 8 if you count both sides, but 1, it's like I'm just going to tape it off as 1 because there's no real gap there. I just look at what I'm doing too before I go to it. Yeah, so I'm just having fun. Just thought I'd go live, and it's been a while since I've actually gone live on just YouTube like this. So, anyways, we're gonna have a blast. I can show you what some of it's gonna look like. Here is some of the painted parts. These are the arms for the dragon. So I painted it like a metallic red, and then I left half of I left the top ridges purple. So it's like a red metallic metal, and then the purple parts are like energy. So, yeah, I'm having a blast doing this build. My last build was too big, too large. Excuse me, I gotta get a drink. Yeah. So yeah, my last build was super big. Alright. Grab out a little bit more tape. And then we will start. This is gonna be so fun.
that symbol? That symbol, it means that waypoint is a place where I died and dropped my items.
Okay. Said you died again.
That.
What is that?
That's an infused spider. It's a more dangerous variant of regular. Simply put, this thing killed me, and
How the fuck is that big?
look, it has 4 modifiers, King. Thing also has increased health than the normal variants. I never choose them in here.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
I mean, it's definitely worth
Can I
that.
see it?
Well, what's this? Ah, I see.
Okay.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, alright, that's so. It's dead.
Hey, welcome in. I'm just taping off a SD Gundam that I'm doing a bunch of painting on. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Don't forget to hit like, drop a comment, subscribe. If it's angry, if you're back, welcome back.
Oh, that's. I'm on fire! Lit me on fire. Oh. That is the best charm I've ever seen. That is damage? That is damage. I can't mad.
All right, this has been a fun little 1 hour test. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. Thanks for checking it out. This is what I've been up to. I've been taping this off this whole time. Where all this yellow tape is where it's going to stay red. The next color is going to be purple. And then after purple, we're going to make it a nice green color. So, actually, I'm thinking, I really am thinking that I want to just be weird about it and use that Zaku green. I think that'll be really cool. All right. So, that's pretty much everything for the night. 100% love and thank all of you for coming in and hanging out with me, stopping by, chatting. Remember, build your kits and keep on building. You all have a great night.